Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Unlucky Rolls Fallout Cascadian Storms. I am Trisky, and I run this world. And by that I mean I run the channel, not really the world. Joining me are the person who actually runs the world and the two other compatriots of mine. First off, we are going to start with that guy I know IRL.
Unknown or Ken, who in this game is playing Bran Doon the Brink.
Right. Next
Who's
would be
a little over his head.
next would be the other nerd.
Hello, I'm Fluff, and I play Jen O'Connor.
I am Trisky, as I mentioned before, and I play Sir Pendleton at your service. And last but not least would be Wagoo.
Smooth backtrack there, friend. I'll keep that in mind. Nevertheless, I'm ready to begin when everyone else is.
Hey, let's do, can we get a brief summary of what happened last time, or at least the tail end of it?
Certainly. Who would like to do so?
I'm going to throw the GM under the bus. Or the truck, in this case.
Go ahead.
Alright then. Last episode, you guys went along the Willamette River, which runs fairly parallel to I-5. That stretch of highway is also managed to be maintained. And basically, there's a lot of farmland. You're very much in nexus of civilization here as well. As you guys went up north to report to Portland that you did the job. Can we talk to who's in charge now? You ended up coming upon Salem, which had a homestead initiative, and the party took some interest in it. Oh, there was also an incident where they robbed someone's drug greenhouse blind. Nice going, by the way. Nevertheless, as you return to Portland, you notice that there's even more Brotherhood to seal in the city than before, and they're not pleased to see someone riding around in a Humvee. After a very interesting, albeit brief chase sequence, congrats, Sir Pendleton. You guys ended up going back to Ufield and basically abandoning the Humvee in exchange for a truck. And I don't mean just a pickup truck, but a big rig that did intercontinental shipping.
Oh yeah, we got
There's
the
also some other incidents involved, like what's going on with this Rainier family? And then there's the Lynches, who agreed to a deal with you in Salem. But there's plenty of other stuff to go about with. And biggest of all, which I must mention, for some reason y'all are hard set on forming an army to kick the Brotherhood of Steel's butt. I'll just say good luck to that. And with that, I think we get to the present. My God, I hope people can understand what I was saying.
Oh yeah, you were fine.
Alright. So,
where to, guys?
Well, we've still got a little bit of time before we've gotta go to meet the people who run Portland, so maybe we check out that we've also got the lady who drugged us who's coming by. When did your friend say again, Pendleton?
I do not honestly recall, I'll be quite blunt with you.
Huh. Oh, at some point. I don't know if we want to stick around for that.
We got a game plan with her, or what that guy wants, because, I mean, I'm not an assassin or anything, and...
Yeah, I'm not normally either, but she did some pretty messed up stuff, and she's probably gonna do it again.
That's true. I mean, you think any of the authorities around the area could handle it better? If I don't know,
Maybe.
maybe with our help.
Maybe, maybe not. If we run into her on our path, we'll figure out what to do there. We don't want to be just killing people willy-nilly.
Oh yeah, agreed.
But if we run across her, we'll figure out what to do then. In the meantime, I believe we're planning on setting up a small business.
Most certainly.
I was actually
Yeah.
thinking, instead of going through the process of hiring employees, getting land, all that, we could give Miss Lynch the supplies to do so and just ask for a bit of the profits. That way we don't have to stick around and do a bunch of hiring and managing, and we can be on the road for our little mission. Again, it's an option. If we still want to do this whole business thing, it'd take a little bit more time to get set up, but we probably could get it to a point where we don't have to be there all the time to manage it.
Well, I mean, she's pretty chill. If you guys, yeah, I mean, if you guys trust her and give us a good head start and everything too.
It's up to you.
There,
I just thought I'd put it out there.
We would have to negotiate the terms and conditions of the agreement.
This is true.
May I just ask a question of where and you're discussing this? It's currently the morning. I know the when, of course. It's currently the morning of September 18th, 2179. But where are you guys discussing this? Are you just discussing this in the morning at U-Field before you head back, or are you guys already on the interstate heading north?
I would assume we
we're
would
on
be
the
on
interstate.
the interstate, yeah.
All right then. Have any of you tried to check the radio?
I mean,
now
to be fair, Pendleton would have it on quite often, so yes.
That's fair. Currently, you're actually getting a weather report of all things from Portland. Bit of a notable storm coming in the next few days, apparently.
Well,
It
better hope
appears
it's
we
not
are
like...
in for some turbulent weather in the near future, my comrades.
Well, let's hope that not black rain, because that's gonna suck for a lot of people if they don't get inside.
The weather report ends and the music comes back. Do you believe in? I'll let you guys figure out what song I was referencing for now.
the one-eyed, one-heard, flying purple people eater.
No, but maybe it was.
Voice in my head, I do believe in DMCA, yes.
Oh, you know you want to. Alright, so
And
you guys
your point.
are just heading north on Interstate 5, discussing what to do with the business.
Yep.
I will say right now, looking at the costs, how many tabs total do you guys have right now?
Bran?
We have...
Oh, did you subtract
about
the
six
stuff from the purchases I made? Did you? Sorry.
Yeah, any of the ones that were during the session itself, yes.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we'll do this math real quick. I left off at 6,836.
All right, let me do the math because I did make a purchase.
Better hope that purchasing you were doing doesn't bring it below 6,000.
Could you subtract 624 from that?
All right, now we're down at 6,212. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you guys are still safe, but there will be interesting consequences to your purchases. So keep that in mind. Thus, you continue driving up the interstate, passing farms. You basically don't have to go scavenging or looting. You could just like pull over briefly and pick up some fruit or vegetables, no problem, at a market stall or whatever. I assume you guys of course subtracted food on account of the new day.
That would be more on them than me.
Let's see here.
Water you don't have to worry about, since Interstate 5 is so close to the Willamette River that you're not gonna,
Oh shit! Well, unless you've got something, Bran, we might need to go hunting.
Yeah. Got nothing on me right now. We should
Yeah, let's pull over, go hunting for a bit.
So, what exactly kind of environment are you going hunting in?
Hopefully, a forested, wooded area.
There's plenty of options. You can go into the more hillier region between here and the coast, or go closer to the Cascades. Which one?
Whichever's closest, really.
Yeah.
Well, try going out into the Cascades. It's not long, however, once you get off the interstate, that the roads rapidly deteriorate and it gets too rough that you basically can't take the truck.
That's fine. We'll get out, start hunting around.
And that you do. What exactly are you looking for specifically?
I've got myself and I've got Roxanne here. We're going to start trying to see if we can track some kind of animal. Don't really matter what kind of animal it is, just something that we can hunt, kill, and eat.
Well, isn't that interesting? Are Pendleton and Bran Doon going to try and assist in any way, or?
Bran Doon
Pendleton is going to primarily stay and watch the vehicle, because even though Lenny can drive it now, he's not really combat ready, so.
And Bran Doon, what's he doing?
He'd stay with Jen and Roxanne and just keep his own eye out for stuff.
All right.
As far as like weapon ready, he would have his sling staff, blowing up some rocks.
Ooh, isn't that interesting? While I prepare something, it's worth knowing that someone comes by while Pendleton's watching the truck. It's actually two small kids. They're doing their best to hide, but they don't quite understand that thanks to the angle, Pendleton can still see them. How's Pendleton going to respond to this?
Pendleton is going to, using his radio, see if he can go back a little bit and just, mess with previous stuff that has recorded, to have the radio say who goes there in, different parts of songs and whatnot.
Why not sing it to me, then?
Who goes there?
Both kids freeze, just looking at the truck with fear.
I'm gonna fuck with the kids.
You're implying I give a fuck that they're human children.
Wow.
Plus, they're the ones sneaking up on our truck. I can just go and play around with them a little bit.
Aren't you?
Pendleton is just looking at them. His ocular on his main ocular is just staring straight at them.
they're just frozen. It seems like it's just gonna sit there until you provoke a response from them.
I can wait here all day. I literally don't need to sleep, children.
One of them, the youngest, a boy, gets up and slowly walks towards the truck. You can tell that the girl, who's like 2 years older, is just whispering, "No, no!"
Yes, yes, what do you want?
After a bit, the boy looks at Pendleton and just asks a question. What are you?
I am Sir Pendleton.
Are there more Sir Pendletons?
No, there would be no such. There are more of my type, but I am the only Sir Pendleton. I am a Mr. Handy.
Do you have any food, Sir Pendleton?
On me, I do not believe so. Give me one moment, though. Sir Pendleton checks what we do have and what might be, like, good enough for the kids. That would be nutritionally alright, but that wouldn't, like, really fuck us over too much on our resources.
Kind of the reason why we're hunting, because we don't have any.
And he would basically find nothing that would be good and turn around and say, I'm sorry to say we don't have anything, but my two compatriots are currently out hunting at the moment. If they bring back a good enough haul, I'm sure they would be more than willing to share a little bit with you.
Thank you. Can we just wait here until they come back?
Oh, yes.
Are we allowed to go inside the truck?
That is a little bit, as much as I know that you are young, in this day and age, everyone tries to get their own comeuppance, if it so be. So I would prefer that you remain outside.
Okay.
But you may remain by the vehicle if you would like.
He nods, and a few minutes later, the girl joins him, and they just sit on the shaded side out of the way of the wind. Getting back to everyone else, however, I assume you want me to roll Roxanne's tracking, which is survival plus 50.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's make that 5.
If that doesn't work, I can roll my survival.
It should work, though. Wow, only by 12 you pass, but she does pick up something, multiple somethings in this forest.
Ooh, sounds like we've got a good haul. Sounds like we've got a good haul, Bran.
He like smiles and does like a little twirl of his sling staff.
Now, how are you guys going to approach this?
As quietly as we can, trying not to provoke anything, and very slowly and try to make our way there, but not make too much noise to scare anything away.
You're bushwhacking through forest and hills. I'm gonna need sneak rolls from both of you. No modifier for now.
Ah, shit, I'm gonna fail this. Well, let's see how much I fail this by. I actually succeeded.
Nice.
I have a
Nice.
26 in sneak. That's absolutely...
You failed this by -10.
Well, negative failures are a success.
The burgers came back.
And it's a good thing you succeeded, because as you approach, you realize that you realize that since you're quiet enough, you're able to pick up some more animals, including a certain familiar roar.
Oh, I've got something ready for this motherfucker this time.
You're legitimately going bear hunting. You're actually going for bear hunting and not avoiding it.
You sure?
Bran, he turns to Bran. Listen, if you don't want to, we can go for something else, but I'm all for this.
You know, for enthusiasm, I guess, but last time didn't go so well. If we could just, get some meat, get out, I'm good with that.
All right, we'll see if we can find something else. You said there was multiple somethings on here, so I'm assuming
Yes.
not just the bear.
Yes, Roxanne picked up multiple somethings, and your sneak roll just made you guys quiet enough to realize that there's a bear in the area.
Gotcha. So
You keep going, and eventually you do see some relatively open clearings. It looks like that maybe 20, 30 years ago, a bunch of people felled the trees in this spot for lumber, and they haven't grown back yet.
All right. Do we see any, I don't know, rat stag, anything at all?
As a matter of fact, you do see some rat stag on the edge, and quite a few conies are bouncing in the rest of the field.
Ooh, all right. She gets... This is going to be the first time he sees it. Jen just takes out a fucking sniper rifle.
Mm-hmm.
And just starts setting it up. And it's like, all right, Bran, get yourself ready. We're going to be hunting.
All right, ready.
All right.
So, what are you shooting at?
We're gonna... All right, so you said there were radstag and what else?
Conies.
What are conies again? I always forget.
Rabbits, I think.
Yep.
Bran would say, look over to God. It's like, you want to take the stag? I think this would be better for conies.
All right, you take the conies, I'll take the stag. I'll be waiting back here to take care of the stag. You can, once I start shooting, if the conies don't immediately run off, or if you're in range enough to get them, just start going.
Sounds good.
I'm going to try and get as many as I can from here.
As you keep looking down the scope, that's when you realize that this is a family here. There's the father, the mother, there's two younger radstag children wandering about the edge, completely oblivious.
It's like, looking down it.
Sir Pendleton in the back of your head, like, "Oh, goody, it's a whole family. Shoot them down. That'll be more meat."
Has Jen seen a certain movie that would probably have already been over 100 years old by the time she was born?
It's like, yep, she definitely would have. It's like, she's just looking down like, fuck, it's a Bambi situation. It's like, she kind of like thinks for a moment. It's like, okay, what do we do here? It's like, all right, I'll go for the buck. It's like, there isn't anything else other than that, is there? Like,
well, there's always the conies.
The conies aren't going to make good meat, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take negative karma if I try to shoot the family a deer, aren't I?
Well, yeah.
Fuck it. She's like, maybe not the rad stag. Don't want to break up a family. How many conies are there?
There's about 5 of them. Each one can provide you guys a day's worth of meat, so...
Alright, let's start shooting these conies then. I think I can shoot 3 times within a turn.
Mm-hmm. They don't realize you're there, so you obviously get to shoot first. I'm gonna need some small guns rolls minus 40.
Minus 40? Oh, I thought I was just rolling my weapon.
Well, you don't need to, since we already know one hit's gonna kill them.
That's fair. Do I still get the plus 15 hit chance?
Yes.
Alright. That would mean... so minus 40, so that would realistically be minus... That would be minus... Fuck.
You have
25?
a plus 15, so minus 25, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Minus 25. Booski. 86. Want me to just roll that 2 more times?
Sure.
Alright. And...
There you go.
Alright.
Now, could Bran Doon roll his sling staff once? I presume he's throwing a stone and not a grenade.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Minus 40 modifier. Because there is tall grass in this field, so you can only see them when they hop above it. All right, Bran Doon, go ahead and roll.
I did. It didn't take it. 1 sec.
All right. Oh boys, what I think happening again? Let me quickly check your character sheet. Let's see, and no, it's got the DM set up. Here, try roll. Let's see, what skill was Sling Staff under? Archery. Just try rolling pure archery under your skills tab. That should fix it.
All right, so minus 4.
Yeah, still minus 40.
Oh,
You miss. Roxanne, meanwhile, has already started running, and I'm going to have her roll. And she gets a slightly smaller modifier, only minus 25. Let's see. Nope, she didn't get it either.
I'm assuming the rest run off?
Yeah, 2 of them escape, but thanks to Jen's ace shooting, you did manage to bag 3 of them.
Alright, so I'll just 3 conies and say, alright, this probably isn't enough to keep us on the road. We need to keep looking. Roxanne, see if you can pick something else up.
Alright, I'm gonna roll her tracking again, but it's gonna be at a bigger penalty. Wow, that is a critical success. Seriously, you rolled a 1 on the D100. That's insane.
Nice. Alright.
You keep going, and that's when you keep going, looking around, and then you hear some squealing in the distance.
Squealing. Alright, let's sneak up and see what we can find here.
Alright. But since you got a critical success, I'm not going to have you roll, because Roxanne knows the perfect path. Sure enough, you're on another hill at a rocky outcropping, and looking down below, you know what you see? A boar.
Hell yeah. I immediately get set up and just fucking, alright, if it doesn't get down 1 hit, you keep hurling at it with rocks. I'm gonna shoot this fucking thing.
let's go.
Alright. Let's go! Alright, do I need to roll my
Roxanne
weapon?
is already salivating, looking at this boar.
Do I need to roll my weapon?
Just roll your weapon. I assume you're going for a headshot?
Yes.
Okay, so apply headshot modifiers on top of the minus 25 modifier for being fairly high up.
Alright, you know what? Actually, I'm just gonna go for a single attack. Doesn't matter where it hits.
Okay. Alright, no modifier then.
No modifier? Okay. So...
Except for the headshot modifier, of course.
Well, I'm not doing a headshot.
Oh, okay. Just plain old minus 25 then.
Minus 25, so that would be minus 10. Minus 10. Okay, let's do this. Habuski. No crit bonus.
Let's see. That's one success. Can I see the other two that I presume you're shooting?
Sure thing.
All right.
If that doesn't take it down. Habuski, that's a crit.
That's a crit success. The good news is you did manage to critical it, and you did luckily manage to get that second shot into the eye. It does go down at this point. But the interesting thing was, it was already turning around and running after you nailed it with the first shot. What would have happened if you didn't get a critical success, I wonder?
I would have gotten gored, is what would have happened.
Now, you're high up, but it would have just run off into the forest.
Ah, gotcha.
Nevertheless, congratulations.
Whoa.
You've got a mostly unruined corpse of a boar. Its tusks are lovely, its skin is splotchy, but there is a lot of meat on this thing.
Alright, I think this is enough. If we find anything on the way back, we'll hunt it, but right now, we dry this out, we should be good for a long time.
The boar is big enough that you're going to probably need Bran Doon's help to carry it.
Alright, can you help me?
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that was something.
It was. This is gonna feed us for a long time.
Alright, let me just check something with Roxanne again. Another pass. Every now and then, Roxanne barks and clearly urges you to go an alternate path, even if it's not the shortest path back.
It's like, she looks at it and says, "Is it the bear?"
She ends up barking in response.
Yep, bear's on our path. We gotta go a different route.
Ah, crud. Would there be anything Bran Doon could potentially use to help with survival or just knowing?
You want to leave behind the conies?
Ooh. Maybe one of them.
Alright, subtract
I can
coney.
Alright, I'll leave behind one coney. We've got 2 conies and a boar.
Okay. And luckily that one coney left behind is enough. Eventually you are able to get back to the truck, and there's 2 little children just sitting there in the shade. They all go like wide-eyed and holy cow-ish sort of way when they see you with the boar.
Oh, hey, Pendleton, looks like you have some friends, huh?
This there, yes, quite.
Hey kids, how you doing?
Both of them do recoil a bit at Jen's appearance, but the girl does step forward after a moment.
Oh, don't be rude, children.
We're all cool.
Ah, it's fine. It can be a little bit jarring at first.
How did you get that?
And she drops her side of the boar and then takes out her sniper rifle with this.
Ooh.
Yep. She kind of puts it back in her pack and picks the boar back up with Bran, and we take it over. And I think we're gonna start a fire and properly smoke this thing.
Are you alright if we share a little bit of your found produce with these 2 lovely little hymns?
Sure. She says, "All right, you want those, or do you want?" And she pulls out 2 conies. I got 2 conies here. It's your pick.
They're both just totally silent, but for a few moments, but they both look joyful and we'll take the conies. One of them says.
All right, we'll cook up these conies for you then. And
Jen, gain 5 karma.
all right, let's get a fire started.
Excuse me, voice in my head, who's the one who didn't scare the children off?
You're just being a decent human being, not going above and beyond.
Fuck you, voice in my head.
Well, Bran did help.
It's very much reciprocal there.
Bran gets some karma too.
we'll say 1 karma.
All right.
Mostly because he just didn't take the lead and was passive.
I mean, I'm the one who was like, can we give some to them in the
I'll give
God damn
here. I'll get. All right, fine. Pendleton gets 2 karma.
Motherfucker.
All right. So let's cook these up. Get a fire started and start skinning, cooking, all that.
The 2 ravenously eat the conies themselves. Keep in mind that each coney would have fed both you and Bran Doon for an entire day.
Nice. All right. So how much meat are we getting from this boar?
Let's see. That answer is simple. And this is the part where I make a quiz. Bran Doon's player, how much meat per day? How many servings of food a day do you need to survive?
Huh. I mean, in all honesty, maybe around like 2, because I can imagine he probably on many occasions will like just eat more than he necessarily has to. But I mean, he's also spent time just like wandering on his own and might not eat for a bit. So I think can be used to going on kind of like a moderate amount.
You're right. Rules explicitly say you need 2 servings of food a day.
Oh, nice.
Only exception is ghouls, which only require 1.
Mm-hmm.
And robots.
You've just gotten 90 units of food off this boar.
90?
Yes.
Fuck. So 90
So
more.
30 days.
How
worth
long
of
can it
food
last,
between
though?
the 2 of you?
It will last you guys a month.
But like, we don't have to
You
preserve it or
try.
anything, or
You have to
it's just
smoke
assuming
it,
we
yeah.
salt it.
Yeah,
salt
you gotta preserve it or you lose it after some time.
Yeah, we're gonna smoke it. So smoke it, dry it, that sort of thing. So it's nice and yeah.
All right.
Fuck, I don't know if I can carry all this. I'm gonna need to split this up.
That's why
we have a semi-truck.
Carrying it, and
Oh
you
yeah, we do have a
semi.
semi truck. We can just put it in the back of that.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Oh, it's so funny how quickly they forget.
So is there like a stat for the semi truck or like a sheet or something that we can put this in the inventory of?
As a matter of fact, there is. Go and I apologize, stream, for guiding them through the books again. Jorah's Guide Part 2 has it, actually.
Oh.
Any chance you could just make like a character sheet that we can all share that will cover that?
Yeah, sure. I could do that for you guys.
Bran, I do believe it might be a good idea to, christen our new vehicle with a name.
What about the charging boar?
You know, that's
would
not
mind
the
that.
worst idea. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't work out for like that boar, but I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's it's big. It's got
Oh, I do
well, not
believe
really
a boar
tusks, but like
charging
enough
made
the
of metal will
shooty
survive
part.
quite better than a regular boar, my friend.
Ooh, I've got an idea. She takes like the tusks, like the off of the boar, and she kind of like attaches them to the front of the truck.
Here,
Oh,
How are you
yeah.
attaching it?
here, allow me. May I do an engineering check to try and like weld them on?
You are welcome to. The engineering is going to be minus 75, though.
So it's a 50-50 chance. Got it.
Come on. Hey.
And yep, you are able to attach that. You're able to attach those boar tusks with some makeshift welding using your laser weaponry. And sure enough,
Presto.
right on the front are the 2 tusks.
That don't strike fear. I don't know what does. All right. You folks want to just kind of. I'm going to work on Bran Doon's gift that I've been promising him. So, in the meantime, if you guys want to nod off, or I guess
Children, I
Bran,
do
if you
have
want to
to
nod off.
ask.
Hmm?
You're
Yeah,
reminding me
so,
that I never
just wait.
asked the children why the fuck they're here.
The older girl gives a response. We were just looking for berries, for dinner tonight. That was all.
Do you live nearby?
Yes.
As in, like, a home, or as in wandering?
I don't know. Yes. Home.
Is it pleasant?
Why are you asking?
Curiosity.
It's okay.
Well, where are your parents?
They're fine. They're just at home doing other stuff. Who
Why
wants
didn't
to roll
they?
perception?
I would like to... Yeah, I would like to insight this, if possible.
Go
Perception.
ahead. You can roll perception or insight. Pick one. Insight will give more, though. You both pass. Yeah, she's pretty obviously lying. There are no parents in the picture. Odds are they're probably dead.
Oh God. Hey, Bran,
Yeah.
your mom looking to expand the family?
Haven't heard any official announcement, but I mean, I don't know. Her people around would probably be willing to help someone in.
All right, because they can't exactly stick with us. There's kind of a bit of a war going on, but we can certainly get them somewhere where they can be properly taken care of. And your mom
Could perhaps talk to our newfound business partner in the homestead.
that could also work. She seemed nice.
Would you kids like to go for a ride?
Would we be able to go home?
Where is your home?
The boy finally speaks up. Are you going to tell us if there's candy in the back?
Oh God, no. No, we're not doing that.
So Candyman.
No, trust me, we're not like that.
Thank you for the dinner, but we're going home now.
Okay. Just, okay. You let us know if you need anything, alright?
How do we do that?
Fuck, yeah. How would you?
We don't really have any form of ham radio yet, now do we?
No.
And plus these kids would not have one on their end, so that would not work out too well.
Alright, let me see here. She kind of thinks for a bit. Oh, I think the Blackfoot should have gotten to my, ranger station a while ago. I don't know how much this is going to help you, but she kind of writes down the frequency for a ranger station, ham radio, and say, use this number on any ham radio. There'll be some folks there. They should speak English. Just let them know if you need any help, and tell them that the Ghost of the Green Hill, the Ghost of the Green Mountain sent you. All right.
What's a ham radio?
Oh boy.
Any town, if you go up and ask around for a ham radio, you should be able to find someone. They are somewhat rare, but when you do find one, just let them know that you need to call someone.
Yes, just use that number. If you need anything at all, just tell them that the Ghost of the Green Mountain sent you, and hopefully, eventually, they should be able to send you something, or they'll contact me so I can go see you. Alright?
The girl finally has one last question. Is there one in Ufield?
I believe there is.
I guess we can try there if it gets hard enough. Thank you for the meal. Lest they leave in the evening sun. Which sounds suspiciously like a closing door.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No big deal. Nevertheless, this hunting detour took you a day.
Yeah.
It is now September 19th.
Well, now that we have dried meat and everything, shall we continue to head along towards Portland?
I think so.
Now on charging board.
Yep, the good old charging boar. Let's... and I believe we're stopping by that place where we sold a bunch of stuff to try and either set up a business or get something established with Mrs. Lynch.
That you are. And sure enough, you eventually start arriving at Salem.
Alrighty.
Easy enough, just follow the signs, and eventually you're back at the center of town. Unless you want to stop by the property and take a look at it before you buy?
We should probably scout it out first.
Okay. Luckily, you're able to. The good news is, it's riverside property. There's even a sandbank so that you could offload or get onto a boat reasonably. That's where the good news ends. The bad news is, it's just a scrap shack, larger than usual, just enough to support a store and a room in the back for you to sleep in.
Huh. Yeah.
Remind you that this costs 6,000 tabs. It's more for the land investment than it is for the real estate.
Yeah, kind of looks over.
Beginnings.
I guess so. We need to hire someone local to work it, though. Well, we can always put up a job. Huh?
Oh no, what job did our friends at family have again? You mentioned maybe let them care for it when we're not around.
Yeah, just give them the supplies, give them the cask and the brewer's kit, and let them brew the stuff themselves and sell that, and we just get a small portion of the profits. We'd probably make less money that way, but we'd probably make less caps that way, but we wouldn't need to put any work in for it.
Passive income.
Exactly.
Definitely best for now, at least. You know, maybe when things are more settled down, if we don't know where we're going next, it'd be a cool thing to sit back on. But hey, no, that works for now. If we could talk with them, they seem to be our first best bet. And
Yeah.
unless, of course, they got something else going on that would kind of make it hard to make time. But like checking off like a list down some tree bark.
All right, let's head over there and see if we can give this to them and kind of have them.
All right, so you going to buy the property first or speak to Mrs. Lynch?
I think we're going to speak to Mrs. Lynch.
I would agree.
Interestingly enough, she's not there at the stall today. Her oldest son is manning it instead.
Oh.
Hello,
Hey.
chap.
What can I do for you?
Yes. Was the property owner around today by any chance?
No, she's at home. Came down sick with something. So I'm running it today.
Oh dear, I hope she gets it well quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. But she'll get over it. It's just shingles.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's just shingles. Jesus. So he's like, Jen's like, hey, if you guys don't mind, I'm just a little bit concerned about the fucking shingles. Mind if we give them our healing salve?
Go ahead.
Alright, she's like, give this to your mom. She hands him the healing salve. This should hopefully help.
I won't tell her how I got this, because she's not the kind to accept charity, but I am. So, thanks for that. So, you going to buy anything, or...?
We were initially intending to come by here with a business proposition, and that could very well be a gift on such an occasion for that.
Oh yeah, I remember being told that over dinner. So, you got the property yet?
We are about to go purchase it, but we wanted to finalize things first.
Nah, no finalizing until I or my mom sees this, okay?
Alright, so we might be able to hand off property to them. And
Wait,
that would
hand off to you? Hand off to us? What do you mean?
Well, we can't exactly stick around. We've got a lot of things we need to do. We were looking for some sort of passive income. So we thought if we either gave the supplies to you or bought the land and gave the supplies to you, you folks could run the distillery and we would get a portion of the profits.
Not sure how my mom would feel about running a distillery. Granted, you might be able to use... there was this lady that got captured yesterday. Probably going to get a menial labor sentence. Might be able to use that to get her to work for you for free.
Why do I have a feeling I know who this is?
Oh. Jen just gets the biggest shit-eating grin.
Bran's just oblivious, like, sweet. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, gotta love penal labor.
I don't normally approve of it, but in this case...
Wait, do you know this person? What'd she do to you?
She
Unspeakable
drugged
things.
my two compatriots and attempted to rob us blind, all the while forgetting that I'm a robot and don't fall asleep nor eat.
Oh, whoa,
At
whoa,
least-
whoa.
Assuming it is who I believe.
Man, that's some karma. Wonder what you've done lately to earn that.
We essentially helped her with her farm. I don't know what sin that is, but apparently that's what got us there.
All right. Well, good luck with that. Maybe that. But if the job's still open, maybe we can work something out. But for now, I don't think you probably just need to go convince the office to, allow her labor sentence to be specifically whatever business you plan.
Yeah, we'll probably need to throw a few caps their way, but we gotta purchase the property first. Thanks for telling us.
Hey, no problem. Take care.
Alright, folks, to wherever we go to purchase this land. And then we'll see if we can get some labor on that land.
Sure enough, that's in the center office, in the center of town, which I've already specified uses the old municipal building that's now open to the air. Sure enough, you follow the signs, and you do get to the property office. It's a middle-aged clerk who looks around 45-ish. She just looks up to you. Can I help you?
We're looking to purchase the riverside land that's up for auction.
Oh, you wouldn't happen to have 6,000 tabs?
We just so happen to.
She
Bran Doon
smiles a
proudly-
bit as she reaches into her desk and starts pulling out a bunch of paperwork. We'd better get started then.
All right. I guess we're all
Oh.
signing the paper since this is
Oh,
kind of
and we also heard about a local recent prisoner who we might know of and wish to have sentenced to work on our new property.
Oh, is that so? I don't know if if I'm the one who can do that.
Do you know who can?
She's looking at your sack of tabs. I might.
Yes, I know. We're gonna just turn to you guys with the tabs and slowly move. Basically, I'm gonna float towards you in a gesture of pushing you aside to talk in private.
Okay, so I think I see what's going on, but after we pay off our land, that's 212 left. You think that's
Yes.
good
Let's
bonus
try and
for
do
her, Rowan?
25 and see if it goes from there.
All right.
So, how does 25 tabs for some information sound?
It might increase your chances. Double that would probably be a guarantee.
Ooh, doubling that. How about 1.5, so about 37 tabs.
Roll charisma. No modifier.
Ah, it's a good thing that is my best skill.
Whoa, just -1. Nice. You know what? You understand exactly how to do business. Oh, the 25 will do, I think.
Ah, excellent. Here you are.
I'll ensure that this recent capture will probably be doing what other labor you require for your business. Now, we're going to have to sign some more paperwork regarding the nature of this business, and you'll have to fill out some forms requesting what exactly she'll be doing. I assume you know who the prisoner is?
Yes, they
we
tried to
do.
rob us.
Ah, yes, yes, Lily Rainier was arrested for robbery. And Ufield has informed us that her father, Jack Rainier, has also been arrested as well.
Ah, yes, we had a hand in both of those.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship with the Portland City Council.
Oh, yes.
Anyways, you will probably be able to speak to her tomorrow, our prisoner, about things. What will probably happen?
Alrighty. Well, let's get this paperwork signed. Is it
Wait, what do you
possible
mean by-
to put all three of us under the lease?
Unfortunately, we just require one person. Don't worry, robots count if you want to, but... Though personally, I think the best candidate is the one with that nice suit jacket.
Ah, yes, nice.
Suit, jacket. Oh, is looking down. Oh, my uniform?
No, he's
What?
talking about
Not
Bran
you.
Doon.
Oh,
Bran Doon waves.
Bran Doon. Yeah. I figured that might be a better option.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I think I'm
sign
up
your
for this.
name.
Just proudly, just Bran Doon the Brink. All right, and you said what might happen with that trial with with Lily and her dad, is the sentence not officially working, or is it just like we might
They
be able
haven't
to get
been
it to work for us?
sentenced yet.
Oh,
But I'll be doing my part to make sure that the sentence goes your way.
all right, yeah, I got it.
Trust me, it's much easier to foster the feeding of wrongdoers and their penance, among others, than handling it ourselves. We don't exactly have a big jail here, after all.
Oh, yeah, it's always worse outcomes when that situation arises.
Yes, and if she were bad enough, we'd ship her up to Poorland for full trial and probably execution, but no point wasting the resources.
Nah, just, stuff that happens, so it'll all work out.
Considering her comments while you were both inebriated, so to say, I do not believe she would mind working under Bran Doon.
Well, all right.
Don't even think about it. Anywho!
Yep. All right. So I'm guessing we get all the paperwork signed out, and then we're gonna.
It takes you all day. It's gonna be the next day. It's gonna be night by the time you get back to the property.
All right. Let's.
On the way out, I would actually probably ask where she is currently being held.
In this building, actually. If you would like to speak to her.
Yes, I was about to ask if visitation was an option.
Give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, she hands you a form. Just show this to the guards, and they'll let you speak to her.
Well, thank you.
Alrighty.
Accepts the form, starts floating off in some direction, then realizes he wasn't told where to go, and just turns around and says, would this be the right direction, or...?
Opposite way.
Of course, it always is. Thank you very much.
Just follow the signs to detention.
Ah, yes.
Alright. Let's go meet our possible new worker.
You all head in. The guards, dressed in their leather armors, with the insignia of Poorland, let you through. There's a few people in there. All except one are drunks. Are drunks clearly going to suffer from a hangover when they wake up. But one isn't.
Just the drunk tank. And I'm assuming they're going to be let out in the morning because, it's just the drunk tank. So let's go see our friend.
But there is one person in the drunk tank that isn't drunk. And it's Lily Rainier.
Oh, hi!
She's asleep when you enter.
Oh, don't worry, I've got this. Sir Pendleton goes up to the cell and seems to just, readjust the position of his limbs real quick. And then starts blaring the radio at max volume in that direction. I ain't nothing but a hand!
Ah!
Hi, friend. How you doing?
Oh, you've got to be shitting me.
Aw, man. We were looking for a worker for our distillery that we're making, It's fate. It's fate.
You're offering me a job?
Well, we're not paying you.
At least at first.
Oh, great. You're slavers. Congratulations.
No, it would be more under a penal penalty for your crimes. Following that, though, I would be more than happy to offer you a contract.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, as long as you promise to do honest work and don't get us a reputation for being a thief.
Yeah.
Or other things, as she kind of has figured out by now what she meant to do and is giving her a death glare.
Other things?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You used some peculiar wording when you talked to me earlier, and I believe I misconstrued it as cannibalism.
Cannibalism? What?
Oh
Yes,
no.
you mentioned that he was quite a snack.
I didn't mean to snack as in eating him. I meant to snack as in sleeping with him.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
worse.
yes.
Oh,
That's worse. That's almost worse. That's not okay. The fact that you're saying
Well, I mean, one results in mental trauma, and the other results in death.
this is true, but that's not better, is what I'm saying. It's not a lot better. It's like very little bit.
Regardless, your crimes sort of speak for themselves.
I was going to lose the place up north anyways.
Well, you'll have a new shack. You may have to pretty it up a little bit, as it's not the greatest thing. Most of the cost went to the land and not the actual real estate itself. But as long as you promise to do the work, then we will eventually get you a contract and you will have a place to live.
It's all
Grain
right.
to eat, water to drink, and work to do.
Aye, it's a riverside property.
It's not like I have a choice.
Not really. We just wanted to give you a heads up.
And show that, in spite of us taking advantage of your situation, there's generally no additional malice, at least on my end. I don't know about these two.
Just a little bit.
yeah, stuff happens, evens out.
I like how Brandon's
welcome.
response is like, oh, okay,
Like, stuff evens out. Welcome to business that will be named.
yes, welcome to Untitled Brewery.
Let me just change the icon name now.
In advance, at least.
There we go. Well, I guess that's karma for you.
It's karma that may very well pay off for you in the long run, depending on how well you do. Anywho, we have things to do and people to see. Sleep
Yeah.
well. Sorry for interrupting you so loudly, but it was quite frankly funny.
All right.
In the background, you can see someone with the drunks groaning. Oh, what's
Enjoy your
going on?
hangover, sir.
Oh.
Poor guy. It's like, all right, I'll catch up with you guys. I just got something I got to say.
Very well. Come along, Brandon.
As Bran Doon and Pendleton leave, you just hear Bran Doon like, wait, so snack and the other stuff too? Huh.
As they kind of like go, she kind of waves and kind of looks over at her and says, "You really don't know how easy you're getting it right now. For one, you're lucky that Pendleton appreciated that you paid him more. For two, you're lucky that the police got to you before I could. All right? You hearing me here? You're getting a good, decent job that's paying you in food, the whole shebang. If it were my choice, I've already fucked up not defending these folks before, and it did not end well. I did not plan on making that same mistake again. You fuck up, I hear about you drugging somebody again, I'm going to take my justice into my own hands. I'm going to go up behind you when you're asleep. I'm going to pop a cap in the back of your fucking head. Do you hear me?
Roll intimidation, but plus 50 modifier.
50?
Yes.
I don't have the best intimidation, but it's plus 50, so it's about a 50-50 chance. Let's see. No. Come on. I'm
want
going
a
to
vault
spend a
point
vault
that?
point just because I
Go
need
ahead
it.
and reroll.
Please.
That was a negative 23, by the way, and the
There
new
we
one
go.
is positive
There we
51.
go.
That worked very well.
She just nods silently. Understood.
Good. I'm glad we have an understanding. I'll see you after the court case is filled out. And she walks out.
What kind of lovely, feminine pleasantries did you get down to while we were away?
Oh, we just
Just
discussed
walks
business.
back out in Bran Doon, Sir Pendleton, that brief amount of time, just stir up like a game of poker against each other.
Who wants to roll gambling, by the way, to see who's winning?
Go ahead.
I'll take a roll.
I think
ahead.
gambling is going to be better than mine, but we'll see.
He's lucky.
Go ahead, roll gambling. No modifier.
I will bet you 50 of our caps against 50 of our caps, and whoever wins gets 50 of our caps.
Luck did not win out.
Ouch. Pendleton is beating Bran Doon.
I'm honestly surprised I can hold these cards properly.
Well, no, it's been a while since the last card vote, you know. No, let's see, but you see how it's done. Anyhow,
Yes, quite. Anywho,
Well, all right. So,
Anywho. I was using the wrong button. I apologize. Shut up, voice in my head.
I'm in your walls.
Nevertheless,
Our attention
Let's-
turns
let's
back
move-
to Sir Pendleton after the question. Sir Pendleton's attention swings back to Jen in response to the question that I asked earlier.
Oh, we just talked business.
Ah, quite. Fold up the table, Bran Doon. We are on our way.
all right. Plenty of time. Folds up. Say, hey, since I've been the holder, I know you're 50, but can I hold on to him?
I bet, of course.
Yeah, I got you. I get you that shot.
I mean, to be honest, we're playing with basically a petty cash at this point.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
All right. Let's get the new place set up. Kind of get the cask in there, get the brewing supplies in there. Try to make it look halfway decent so people can come in and buy stuff. And try to get like a very basic bed for our worker. How's that sound?
I would argue that instead of trying to set ourselves up as a storefront, that we once again go by our potential business partner, because as far as I recall, weren't we going to try and have them sell as well?
Oh yeah, we do have a worker and all that, but we could like rely on her to sell stuff. That could be an option, but if not,
I mean, considering the customer opinion of like the property and the look of it, if they come up to a really shitty rusty shack offering to sell them alcohol, I think even in the apocalypse, people would be a little bit like, that does not look sanitary.
Yeah, from a convicted felon.
Yep.
So
Well, this wouldn't really be considered felony, but it's close enough.
yeah.
Rainier isn't an ex-con yet. Nevertheless, taking action regarding this can't start until the next day. It is now
Alright.
September 20th.
Okie dokie.
When were we supposed to return to Portland again?
23rd.
All right, so we have a couple more days before we really have to hit the road.
All right.
Like, if you leave the morning of the 23rd, you'll get to Portland in time. Starting from here, of course.
I mean, considering our robot does not need to sleep and drives the vehicle, we could very well just leave with you guys sleeping in the back, like the night before, and get there early, so that we don't have to worry about panicking or anything.
That is true.
This is
also,
like IRL me and my anxiety of being places early coming into play in Pendleton's body.
Also, one thing I would like to do is tonight, could I stay up a little bit later and attempt to craft some rubber soles from the rubber in my inventory?
It will count as not sleeping tonight, but okay.
Yeah, I'll sleep another night. It'll be fine.
All right, then.
I'll just sleep in the back of the truck. Let me see. Where is the... So, I believe... Yeah. I'll pull up the stuff for crafting that. Okay, crafting stuff. I believe... Because it is... Rubber souls. It is an uncommon item, which means...
I just imagine a fire starting outside because I can literally smell my dad burning shit outside.
So it would be a minus 50 penalty,
Mm-hmm.
and it would take 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just roll my survival
Go ahead.
with a minus 50 penalty.
Let's see.
Booski. Just
Yep.
barely.
Just barely, but you now have rubber souls. Congratulations.
Alright, I'm absolutely going to hand these over to Bran in the morning, so you get plus 10 sneak from it.
Bran is enjoying some of his Nubis, just standing outside our spot, sees that, and he's pretty excited. Takes a
Great.
minute.
Now you're wearing normal pants and rubber boots.
Yeah,
We're making him normal over time.
he made these really comfy too.
Alright, let me post the stats for it so you can add them in later. Booski. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. But yeah, other than that, after that, if she can get any sleep, she will.
Unfortunately, it's not enough sleep. You'll have to get a full night's sleep next time.
You're gonna wake
Fair
up
enough.
groggy, basically.
So I get 1 fatigue.
Mm-hmm. For now. Nevertheless, it's now the next day. It is the 20th of September. How are you gonna spend today? It's a good thing, and you spent all night crafting, so I'm guessing Pendleton spent his night setting up.
Oh, you can craft that more wires installation, because they gave you the supplies for that.
Pendleton is probably going to put an honest effort into making this shack more habitable and cleaning it up.
And the good news is you're able to clean it up. This isn't like 4 and 3 where everything is just dirty by default for no reason. You're able to make a clean scrap shack for what it's worth.
Yep, I do my best to see if I can scrounge up anything left over. I know I have some leftover scrap of my own that I was going to use for other things. I can use to patch up holes and whatnot. I had some scrap metal. I had like 3 pounds of scrap metal that would be in the truck that I could use to patch up holes in it to make it a little bit more habitable.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use that.
If you're going to use that? Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
I've just removed it from my sheet.
Alright, so far so good.
And with that in mind, oh yeah, by the way, I'm just going to do this real quick. Who's currently keeping track of our meat and whatnot?
I'm currently keeping track of our meat.
Alright,
All right.
I had some left on my sheet. Add 4 to yours, I'll take it off of mine.
Okie dokie.
I also have two things of trail mix as well.
Alright, trail mix, I'll put that on as well.
And now I'm clear of any food because I don't eat it.
2 things trail mix, you said?
Yeah, 2 things of trail mix, 4 things of dried meat.
Alright.
Inventory management, the most interesting part of any Unlucky Roll stream.
And property development as well.
Hi.
And commentary on the penal system.
Yay!
This is the Her Fire DLC plus penal system.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So are you guys just spending all day preparing, or are you planning anything else?
That's mostly what Sir Pendleton is doing overnight because he doesn't need to sleep.
Okay. This is true. And, alright, so, what you doing today?
Today, if you guys got handled this, I'm gonna see, because we were talking about setting some sort of, like, kind of leaning in, some sort of resistance here in Salem as well, right?
Yeah, like to fight some guys.
A small resistance, nothing that would outwardly oppose them, but something that we can keep in reserves in case we need an oh shit button.
All
I
right.
believe we should worry about one task at a time for now until we manage to get through to the town council.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, let's...
And yes, I do
Might wanna get
realize
our-
I forgot to use my voice, Mr. Voice in my head. Shut up yet again. Jesus,
Alright.
so uppity.
It's like, alright, well, once we get back here, I can certainly teach these people how to use a gun properly. Although I doubt they need lessons.
See if we could, I know it could take up some time, but we could do some stuff for them, because if we want them as our backup, we want them to really be willing to go out and blast stuff for us,
Yeah. So that might be a later activity. Maybe after we get done with talking to these guys, we kind of start smalling a very small militia here, just to keep in reserves. Because if we start sending people, like, from here out to them, they're just gonna die, and we don't want that.
Interesting that you're discussing this, considering Salem already has some police.
Oh,
I literally mentioned them when you were going to see Lily.
I mean, she was arrested.
I mean, yeah, but police is a little bit different from military. A little
And
bit.
you guys think you can do a better job than Portland with some sort of defense?
Probably not, but it's better than sitting and waiting to die.
Interesting.
Showing a bit of initiative.
Either way, I think that's something that we should worry about possibly later. But for now, what should we do?
The sandbox is opened and you feel paralyzed.
Yeah, for today, I guess, I've got a bunch of leather from I'm assuming I've got a bunch of leather from the hog, right?
The boar.
Yes, you got some boar leather.
Alright, I'll start crafting some stuff up with that.
We'll say that you have 30 leather.
30 leather, alright.
In the meanwhile, we never really asked when her trial is going to be, did we?
As a yeah, you never did. I assume Pendleton's going to take a trip down to ask?
Yeah, Pendleton was going after he's done in the morning, taking care of fixing up the shack in the low light because he's a robot and he can see better and has a flashlight built in. Heads on over to the municipal building again and goes up to the front a little bit and says hello again.
One of the police guarding the drunk tank turns to look at you. Oh, hey, you hear about the lady you visited last night?
Oh yes, we never got around to asking about when she was being sentenced.
As a matter of fact, the trial's happening right now.
Ah yes, quite.
Here,
Do you mind if I
assume
wait
you want
around?
directions to watch?
Watching? Excellent. Which way?
He gives the directions.
Pendleton
As a matter,
will find.
it's like another hour before they finally get the sentence. 3 months of penal labor. She's not allowed to leave the property. There will be 2 armed guards with her at all times. And most peculiarly, the judge, a woman who's old enough to be Lily's mother, basically all but says that any sexual relations with the property owners or the guards will result in an immediate yet harsher sentence.
That's a peculiar detail. Okay.
Looks like they overheard our conversation.
It's almost like there might be security cameras in there.
Functioning security cameras? What amazing technology.
Nevertheless, she will be getting shipped out to the property later today.
Most excellent. May I ask a question of you?
To who?
Mostly the, lady who we talked to earlier.
Oh, and she's in her office.
Right back.
And the lady handling the real estate forms is still at her desk when you stop by her office. Can I help you?
Yes, I just had a quick question. I won't bother you long. I am looking for a location in which we may purchase some basic housing accommodations. Would you be willing to point me in the right direction?
As a matter of fact, I can. But I can also. But depending upon the size of what you're asking, you'd have to come to me for the forms, especially if it's an expansion of your already existing property.
Oh, no. We're just looking for some basic, like, a bed mat and kind of things. Some basic furniture.
Oh, just a furniture store. Yeah, no problem. There's a place down the street.
Oh, well, thank you. Which direction outside the door?
Turn right.
Thank you very much. I hope you have a lovely day.
Sure enough, you eventually come across Jason's furniture store. It's a used furniture store, but the furniture in there is decent enough. Yo, he says as you hover on in. What you looking for?
Yes, we need some accommodations for a new tenant. We just need some, like, basic bed and accoutrements.
Accoutrements, huh? What exactly?
Something basic for her to keep her personal belongings in. Something that will suffice for self-hygiene. Just like a water basin of some sort.
Okay, so you want... Well, the water basin's easy enough, and I actually got a few that don't come as a set. So you can get the basin for free.
Oh, well, how
the
could you?
The bed is going to be 30 tabs, and a drawer set is going to be another 20. So 50 tabs all total for everything.
50 total, I do believe Bran Doon owes me that.
Alright, then, we don't do delivery, and if you don't have the cash, I'm not going to be letting you take it home, so...
Oh, you don't have a pickup truck or anything? The only vehicle we have is a large semi. I would rather not drive it around when unnecessary.
We do got a cart and wagon dragged by Brahmin, but...
Do you happen to have a wheelbarrow?
Matter of fact, I do.
Would I be able to rent that for, say, like 3 tabs and then bring it back?
Yeah, you will.
Excellent.
Matter of fact, if you pay 5 tabs, you can take it. I got plenty of those things.
Oh, that might actually be useful for moving things around. Alright, I will be back shortly.
Well, hopefully it'll be a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Handy.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Pardon me. My name is Sir Pendleton. I'm one of the co-owners of the new To-Be Brewery down the road.
Oh, brewery, huh? Nice.
Yes, it should be.
Well, you got one customer. If only just out of curiosity at first.
Hopefully our product will aid you nicely.
We'll see.
And with that, Sir Pendleton sort of just like waves and heads back over to find out wherever the hell Bran Doon has gone off to and get the caps.
I'm assuming, Bran Doon, are you kind of sticking by Jen? Because if so, she'd be like, all right, Bran, you want any leather armor or something like that? I can craft something for you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let me. All right. She's gonna attempt to make some girded leather armor. Something nice. Which is an uncommon item and is gonna take 10 leather. So let me roll with minus 50. Let's see if I can craft it. This will take 4 hours. Booski. Yep.
Nice.
Bran Doon
Alright.
will light up some nubis during this process and offer Jen some too while she works.
Nah, I probably shouldn't while I'm working, but thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
And I'd say she'd take another 4 hours to craft some for herself if she can. Wagyu?
Okay, go ahead.
Alright. That's another minus 50 and another 4 hours. So another, but yep, she's able to craft some upgraded leather armor for herself.
So far, so good.
And I think that's all she's gonna craft. So she spends a good 8 hours crafting.
Well, that's one way to spend the day. And Bran Doon is just smoking a blunt, and I assume also helping Pendleton with delivering the small furniture bits.
Yeah, once Pendleton finds it, he'll go and get to work there.
Hello, Bran Doon. I require you to pay me the money plus a little bit of change from our shared inventory so that we can get some accoutrements for the new worker.
Oh, yeah. You had won like 40 in our game, yeah?
Ah, yes.
Cool.
Follow
Cool
me.
beans. Let's go.
Sir Pendleton just, at a moment, he just, looked at Bran Doon, realized that his eyes were indicating that he was fucking high, and just follow me.
He follows.
Go back over to the guy, buy the things with wheelbarrow and whatnot, and bring it back, and that's basically, setting that up is about the end of, what Pendleton is focusing on.
Yeah, that's something that's gonna take you guys all day. Is Jen actually going to sleep fully tonight?
Yes, she will.
I just want to talk about this comment that we got in the YouTube chat that I think you will appreciate. I haven't watched, from Alex Conway, I haven't watched this series much, but Jen sounds like someone I want to be my mom.
Aw, that's sweet.
And,
Clearly, we're doing something right. Also, hello, Alex.
Was it just the general thing of protecting, or was it just the general thing of being able to craft stuff, craft clothes and things, or was it the fucking?
You do tend to try and be the
people?
very motherly type.
Probably threatening to murder somebody, but still being able to call someone sweet.
Aww.
And the whole I'm pro drugs.
Best mom.
Best mom.
I've embarrassed the shit out of Alex. I love it. Let's go.
All right. It is now September 21st, and in the morning, there's there is a car that drives onto the property. You can see it's got makeshift caging set up in the middle, so that the back is inaccessible. Sure enough, it's two of the Portland police plus Lily.
Yeah, and Jen's just out front, just cutting away at some leather and with a knife or something, and just. She's just cutting leather with a knife to craft her thing, and go, well, nice to see you. The others are out. Come on in.
And one of the cops turns to look at Jen. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, fixer-upper, but this'll do.
Yep.
You got enough chairs for us, or
Chairs.
It's no big deal. We got some camping chairs in the trunk.
Yeah. When we get back from some business that we got to take care of, we should be able to get you maybe some armchairs or something comfy.
Yeah.
Folks deserve it.
Yeah. Thanks. And technically we're not supposed to help her with anything at all, but if for some reason there's something in the yard or whatever that you want us to pull out, I don't mind doing something.
Oh, well, you're more than welcome to help with whatever you feel like. You, however, looking at Rayner, Mrs. Rayner is going to be like, you will be learning how to brew, and I'm going to be teaching you today.
Okay, where do we start? And she's like
Well,
being very careful and just looking around the property.
Well, and she's going to get the process started, teach her how to boil water, and how spend the rest of the day and possibly the next day if we can, if it still requires it. Teach her how to boil water, how to fill the cask, how to add ingredients, and how to boil everything off and wait for it to set.
We'll say you're done by the middle of the 22nd.
All right.
Most of Sir Pendleton's time is taken in assistance of moving the equipment around and putting it in what's going to be.
And the guards do assist as well. They've got no problem.
Yeah.
Though one of them does request if they can taste test them.
Oh
First
yes,
batch.
we wouldn't mind having you be our helping to taste test the first batch. Yes.
Hey, I understand if we're getting called a guinea pig here. No need to mince words.
At least you have more brain cells than the average I run into. Well done.
I'm going to pretend that's a compliment.
It would
Trust
be
me,
a compliment.
if from him, it is. Trust me.
All right.
Yeah, the first batch, which we've just gotten up here, kind of like looking at her and looking back, which we should have right here, should be ready in a week. After a week, there should be, about 40 servings.
All right. Well, we'll see. I guess we'll see how much you make.
Yep.
We'll be providing food for our felon here until her time of service is up. So don't worry about that.
Good to hear.
Lovely.
You're already providing housing, so that's clear.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess you'll just go ahead and keep making batches, or is there something else you want her to do?
Just keep making batches. Eventually, we might get some more casks.
She's
Keep
not
her a little
allowed to
bit
leave
busier.
the property. We may want to negotiate something, actually. We do have a potential business partner that runs a farm nearby, assuming that they are willing to take on some additional helping hands, having her work there as an additional source of help, while time at the brewery is, wasted doing idle things, would be quite nice for her.
You think you're gonna be able to pay for these extra stuff? Because we can't. Because I don't think you're gonna be getting any more kickbacks like this.
Oh, no. I do believe you're misunderstanding. We want to... Or what I am proposing, at least, I will not speak on behalf of my colleague, is that mayhaps we can negotiate to have our lovely penal worker here occasionally spend time on the farm of our business partner to do work for them. They are just down the road that way.
Yeah, we'll think. I'll go ahead and bring it up to the chief, see if he can get something done. But no guarantees.
No worries.
All right. Well, let's go talk to Mrs. Lynch. Hopefully she's doing okay with her shingles.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that healing salve worked.
Ah, yes.
As a matter of fact, Mrs. Lynch is back back at the shop stall place.
Hello, madam.
Ah, good to see you. I've heard that you've got an employee already and didn't have to pay for it.
Ah, yes, it is quite shrewd of us.
I have some issues with that.
Oh, don't worry, we will be getting her something.
Okay.
Free housing, we've gotten her accoutrements for her bedding and everything to make it a little bit more comfortable. And actually, that is part of why we are here to discuss with you. I am currently asking the officers if it might be possible to negotiate letting her, mayhaps, assuming you are okay with it, work with you to assist on the farm in idle times of brewing.
I'll talk to them about it. Okay? Can you give me their names?
Ah, yes. Pendleton offers the names up that he knows, at least.
Okay. But I'll talk to them on my own time. Thank you.
Yes. Absolutely would love to see her getting some of her own, personal spending money so that she can buy some more luxuries for herself while we are gone.
Oh, I see. You're trying to get her to furnish the place more.
We'll be coming back and assisting with more furniture and everything, of course. But we can't always be here, can we?
Well, it's worth noting that Mrs. Lynch actually falls into silence. I'd argue that nothing's stopping you from settling down here.
For now, there is something stopping us. We have another more pressing matter going on with some tribals over the mountains that we are attempting to save from being murdered by giant spiders.
There's giant spiders in the Cascades?
Oh, yeah. Spent my whole life tracking them.
I should speak out of character just as a GM and note that that technically the Cascade Mountains are not part of the Rocky Mountains.
Ah.
Wrong. You're confusing your mountain ranges.
All right. So
Past the Cascades, that is.
over by the Rockies.
I don't know what those are, but okay.
Far northeast over a lot of really tall things. Trust me, it was a journey.
I know what mountains are. I just don't know about the Rockies.
Pardon me, sorry to speak down
Or
about that.
they live in the shadow of mountains, after all, she says, pointing to the east. You can just barely see some snow-capped mountains in the distance.
True. Apologies. But yes, we have a need to try and fund some things to deal with massive giant spindlers, as they're called, giant spiders that seem to be threatening the very livelihood of one of our compatriots' very own home tribe. So we may in the future be able to settle down, but for now that is not an option. Hence why we are doing this arrangement in the first place.
Yeah, it's me. It sucks, but it's cool. I got to see a lot of air down here I haven't never had before, and up above Willen, it's all work out. We'll come back. We'll put our thing together.
Trust me, I already offered her a contract after this whole entire thing blows over with her sentence.
Well, take care then. I guess maybe I'll see you around, maybe not. Good luck in your travels.
Yes. Oh, how are you faring, by the way? I've heard that last we dropped by that you were having a bit of an issue. Are you feeling a lot better now?
Yeah, that salve dulled a lot of the pain, and I think I'm getting through it. I'm healthy enough that I can help sell stuff again.
Excellent! I am glad to hear that you are doing better.
It's good to hear. Well, we're probably not going to be in town for much longer, but if you need anything, just let us know. Oh, and the you said you wanted to talk about some sort of trade deal with the grain and everything. We've got the whole property set up if you'd like to take a look at it.
Oh, certainly. I'd say step into my office, but I don't have one. But let's talk business.
Yes.
So, how much of the profits are you going to give up?
So, considering this type of stuff and that I'm not actually a financier of any sort, will have to be considered.
Mm-hmm.
So, they are going to be providing us with the raw materials. We are going to make the goods, and we are also trying to negotiate with them to sell the product.
And how much was the raw material of grain again?
Not much. I think it was like... was it like a cap a pound? Something?
Okay. Alright, so she's gonna want...
Oh,
you can
no,
either pay 25 tabs a batch.
Oh, no, a cap... no, 5 caps a pound.
Ah, okay. And how much grain comes out per batch?
Per batch, I believe it is 10 pounds.
Okay, so 10 times 5 is 50. So 50 tabs is how much she's losing just giving grain. So how much of a profit is she going to make off this? Are you going to give her a percentage? Or are you going to pay a little extra for constant supplies?
Okay,
Like,
so...
let's say you pay her 55, and let's say that you owe her 55, and you make that amount in a week. Are you just going to give that to her, or are you going to work out something else with the profits?
Entirely depends on what kind of alcohol we want to distill, because they all have different prices.
I feel like, considering we're being very offhand with all of this, and considering that we won't be privy to local, like, up and down fluctuations in the market and whatnot, doing just a raw percentage would probably be the simplest for all parties involved.
Alright, she's gonna start with wanting 60% of the profit. Roll charisma to barter that down.
Alright, I will take this. Any modifier? Would there be any modifier for that?
No modifier. Let's see, I believe you passed. Yes.
5, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're able to negotiate her down to 50%. She will be taking half of your profits every time. Unless you want to try again with a steeper penalty.
I would like to go down to 45.
Charisma -3.
Alright. And that's about as far as I want to push it.
Yeah.
All right. She will be taking 40% of the profit every time.
All right. Moonshiners.
Now, how are you going to handle selling it?
Selling it?
Yeah. There's enough traffic along the Willamette River that you might be able to get some people to pull over and get some, but just from that. But is there something else you'd like to try?
Getting potentially a sign set up on willing people's property.
All right,
and paying
some
them
signs.
for it.
I'm gonna say it's. How are you making these signs?
I can make them. I can just grab some wood, make some signs.
Mm-hmm.
I can help.
Right.
You know, if we got any mill parts, bang them together.
All right, then.
Do the thing.
Unfortunately, you're running out of time. It's time. This will be making those signs is the last thing you'll be able to do today.
All right, that's all right.
All right.
I would
And
also
you
be
still
willing,
have time for
I
a
would
full
also
night's
be willing,
sleep.
assuming you guys are all right with it, forwarding her a bit of funds to let her set some things up herself.
Sure thing.
From our limited remainder. So we have like, what, 150 some remaining?
Yeah, 50 caps or something like that.
50 tabs for whatever advertising
Alright.
or additional resources are necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
then
also,
me-
I would say another 20 caps as an advance payment on the partnership, just to put us in a positive light.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Alright,
disagree or
okay.
agree?
I agree.
So like
Bran?
minus 70 tabs total.
Makes sense.
Let's see.
Minus 70
Maintenance
total,
cost is 50 tabs. Floor limit 2. I'll just keep that in mind. Insert evil laughter here.
So that's
Alright.
70 on top of the 50 Pendleton would have used earlier.
So the 70 is on top of the 55 earlier.
Alright.
So 125 is the grand total of what we've spent on this.
Alright.
And then you guys probably go to sleep, and Lenny drives us out to Portland. The dog
Mm-hmm.
barks in the background.
Sounds good. Finally gonna get a good night's sleep and get rid of that fatigue.
And that you do. And thus, you drive off in your big rig off to Portland. So, you want to stop and do anything, or are you just going directly to it?
Pardon me, just 1 second.
No problem.
I heard a dog barking in distance. I thought it was ambience, though.
I've returned.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that. Ella is throwing a fit for a very good reason.
What happened?
Package arrived, needed to be signed for.
Oh, that's fair. Nevertheless, it's a short drive up to Portland. Ain't no
And
problem
how prevalent is the Brotherhood of Steel presence now?
It's the same amount as when you got back. The only difference is there's just some Humvees driving around, but there's less people on the streets now. And there was already some Humvees in this city.
It's starting to look like a oppressive Orwellian regime. Is Orwell the right one?
She kind of like whispers a bit lower. We'll be handling that in due time.
Quite.
Alright, here we go.
So, who wants to roll luck?
Bran, I think
Not
you have pretty
me.
good luck.
Yeah, Bran can lend his luck.
Alright.
Alright, luck no modifier.
Oof.
And wow, that is very good. The good news is you find perfect parking for your big rig right in the parking lot of City Hall. This is a relief because who knows how far away you'd have to park.
So, we are about to do negotiations. However, while Lenny can drive the vehicle and certainly lock it, I do not trust it being held in such an area when they are around without additional supervision.
Well, how I see it, Pendleton, you're our guy who knows how to talk real well, and Bran, you're a representative from the community we're trying to help. I'll stay
You're
here
the
with...
one who...
I should mention that there is a fence and a gate guard as well in this parking lot.
And they're not Brotherhood of Steel related?
Yeah, this is Portland Police.
Alright.
So,
Pendleton is going to, like, actually, like, hold up his finger to Jen, like, I'll hold on to that thought and float over to the police officer on duty.
Hey, what's up?
Just making sure, please do not let them try to acquire our vehicle.
Don't worry. That ain't on the list of stuff to keep out for, so you'll be fine.
Thank you very much. I hope you have a lovely day, my friend.
That being said, if they come by and want to search, I can't exactly stop them, so if there's anything in there you don't want them to see, get it somewhere else, okay?
I don't believe we have any illegal anything.
Alright then. Well, take care.
Have a great one. Jen, Bran, come along already.
all right, let's do this. All right.
There we go.
Let's go inside.
Yeah.
Sure enough, inside is that secretary you've spoken to multiple times before. Ah, hello. You're here just in time. I'll just take you into the office. Unfortunately, things are busy right now, but we were able to get the head of the city council to speak to you briefly. If not the entire.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you very much,
Here we
man.
go. Do it.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
I tried. And you tried too, which is why this was able to happen.
Yes,
Well-
equivalent exchange, the true nature of American capitalism. Anywho.
Go on ahead into the conference room. Just wait a few minutes and he'll join you.
All right.
Excellent.
Sure enough, about 5 minutes later, he arrives.
Holy shit, it's the mayor of fucking...
Haha. Nevertheless, you see him, and he's wearing a bit of a shabby suit, and clearly has not slept in a while. Okay. You're the ones who checked on the coast for us? Thanks for that.
Ah, yes.
Mm.
We have very important business to discuss in relation to some locals out east.
Okay. I don't know your names though, and
Yes,
I'm not sure if you don't
that
mind.
that's improper of me. I am Sir Pendleton at your service.
Name's Ranger Jen O'Connor. Glacier Park Rangers, or previous Glacier Park Rangers.
All right then, and that just leaves the last one of you here.
Bran Doon the Brink of the Snake River people.
All right. I don't know your people or your organization, but so if you had any plans to use reputation, I apologize. Anyways, I'm Dimitri, mayor of Portland and formerly of the Pleasure Palace. I'm also lucky enough to be able to slip you in somehow, so make the most of your time.
Ah, yes, quite. Well, would you give us an estimate of how much time so I can condense it as best as possible?
We got about an hour.
Okay. So, Sir Pendleton sort of just, like, looks about with his monocular and makes sure that nothing's about to pop out or something, that this isn't some sort of fucking Brotherhood of Steel ambush somehow.
Who wants to roll perception to check?
I would, if I could.
All right, you go ahead and roll perception, modifier -1, and Pendleton, roll charm, modifier -50.
Charm, okay. Charm, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't notice anything.
11.
come on.
The charm does pass, however, so whatever you're saying, it will probably give you a good impression. Go nuts, Pendleton.
Oh, lovely. You allow
Regis
dogs in
Ray
the area.
languages.
Sorry.
Anywho, let us cut to the chase. So, there is currently a strong issue out to the east with the local tribals near where Bran Doon, our fine compatriot here, hails from. They are dealing with a existential threat that, once it's done wiping out their people, would very much come along and wipe out at least a good chunk of your people if not treated well. It is a wildlife threat that I believe Jen has the most expertise in.
Yeah.
Yep. Spindlers. I've seen these things wipe out countless civilizations, even ones that have full-on technology like guns and laser weapons. Seem to be no match for them if they get large enough. But right now, they're in a state... They've traveled down a bit more south to the point where it's a straight shot through the mountains to your place. Eventually, they're going to worm their... If we don't give supplies to them soon, they're gonna get wiped out, which is gonna make them multiply even more because now they've got a bunch of food just lying about. They're gonna multiply. They're gonna keep going west until they end up here, and you will not be able to stop them at that point.
Here, allow me to provide this as a little bit of a demonstration of what you are potentially dealing with. This is a actually much smaller one that we managed to fell. He puts the head of the spindler on the table.
Oh, that thing smells bad.
Yes, it's been rotting for quite a while. I'm sorry, the preservation is not great, but it does at least give you a semblance of scale of what you may be dealing with.
Alright, it illustrates the point. So you want
I will
us to
put
make
that away now.
some sort of supply expedition.
Supply
Yes.
and military expedition of some sort, as best as you are
Yeah,
capable
that's
of.
going to have to be a no for sending any bodies.
Yeah,
It's
we don't
just,
need bodies, just
yeah.
weapons.
Oh,
Yeah.
we can match depending on the weapons. The problem is right now, I'm currently in an agreement with the Brotherhood of Steel. If any weapons of a certain kind, I turn over to them. So I'm not gonna. So there's no guarantee if that you'll be getting what you want.
What about stuff like gestures to Jen's sniper rifle, stuff like that?
That should be possible.
I do have a question, not to intrude on privacy of any sort, but is there no stipulation in your contract with the Brotherhood of Steel that you may utilize such things for concerns of, defending your homeland?
Well, there are stipulations that I can talk to them about it, but...
Ah, yes, we would be happy to work as intermediaries in such an exchange if you would like.
Are you sure? I know you were riding around on a Humvee when you came to us like a week or something ago.
Ah, yes, the Humvee. Yes, we don't have that anymore.
Which is good, because otherwise they'd probably shoot you to get at it.
Oh, yes, we are quite well aware. No, we have our own vehicle. My compatriot drives our semi.
Alright.
Which is probably how we will be shipping a good majority of the weapons.
Alright, well, it's good that you can certainly fit it in.
Ah, Jen, did you have something that you wanted to add here?
She's kind of gonna look to side to make sure she's gonna, if you will allow me, she's gonna try to check for anything that could be bugging the place or that could allow Brotherhood to hear or see in.
You're very visibly doing this.
Not extremely visibly.
Let me just roll. Let me just roll something for him. And let's see. Let's try. Let's see. Was it detection, skill, or observation? Yeah, observation. Okay. All right. 75. And that's it. That. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm rolling now. I'm gonna be rolling observation for him.
All right. Should I be rolling anything?
Roll perception.
Any penalty?
Actually, you know what? You could roll sneaker perception. It's up to you. Perception, no penalty right now. This is to actually establish his modifier for observation.
All right,
Okay,
6.
so minus 60. You're able to do it without him noticing.
All right. Do I find anything that might allow the Brotherhood to kind of hear in or see in?
Yeah, there's definitely security and recorders in here. You don't know if it'll let the Brotherhood listen in, but it's up to you if you want to risk it.
She's just kind of like, all right. Well, after all of this is, of course, we wouldn't mind complying with the Brotherhood's demands of, we don't need any sort of illegal weapons, just things with gunpowder, We need guns, essentially, to combat these spindlers.
Lots and lots of guns. Well, gunsmiths. I could certainly level something with gunsmiths along the valley to get you something.
And
But I have to wonder, what is Poorland getting in return?
Not dying to giant spiders.
that's one thing. And
Yeah, if people just threw those threats at me all the time, Poorland would not be doing great.
all right. She kind of
They are also a farming community. Very easily could make arrangements for exchange of food and goods.
Indeed. Make you all good snacks too.
You're the Snake River tribes, right? I've heard a bit about
Yeah.
you guys. You farm potatoes and other such searches?
We do.
Could certainly be used for, the burger stands that you have around here.
Yeah, and speaking of, I want them
fries.
sold cheaper. Much cheaper. Intermediaries tend to go get them from you, but I want you to lower the prices.
Hey, yeah, that could be arranged.
we'll do our best, but I was thinking personally, I do have some connections that might be of use to you.
I'll hear these connections.
Connections. I'd kind of like looking over at the the recorder that's hidden,
The obvious bug.
like the obvious bug. Ones that I would rather not speak of in mixed company.
Well, isn't that interesting thing to say?
A bit, but I'm assuming that we are businessmen and we have common goals in that sense.
Common goals such as...
Oh,
He gets up, making a loud yawn and sort of like dramatically flourishing, and then he briefly whispers, "Careful!"
she says, simply prosperity. I know of some other tribes that might be able to get us better trade deals as well.
How many of you Glacier Park Rangers are there?
Oh, not the Glacier Park Rangers. A tribe nearby. Like I said, I would rather not discuss it until we are fully invested into this deal.
Contract.
Then how about this? Tell me how many Glacier Park Rangers there are, and if they'll be immigrating here anytime soon. The best resource the world can have is people.
Well,
And I want people that know what they can do here.
Glacier Park Rangers? She kind of like looks at him like trying to like non-verbally communicate. Do you mean actually Glacier Park Rangers or the fucking or do you mean the tribals that I know of?
Oh, I mean your specific organization. Though if some of the Snake River tribes want to immigrate, I won't stop them. Might give them a tour of the Pleasure Palace first if they decide to travel here.
I would recommend against that, considering their culture.
Well,
Yes, I'm aware that they're scared of taxes or whatever.
No, something else, but I won't get into details.
Speaking of which, congratulations on buying the property.
thank you.
Yes, news travels quickly now, doesn't it?
Yes, well, we have radio and other resources. We have a telephone network in the city.
I see. Well,
So what I wonder you're doing, do you intend to stay here, improve Portland's lot in life, and the rest of the land west of the Cascades, or are you intending to just farm some money and move back east and use it there?
I mean,
We
personally,
certainly
I don't have
intend-
any particular place to go.
we certainly tend to improve the area.
Salem
We
could
will
use
offer a
an
very
increased
valuable
value.
service.
Mm-hmm.
You would.
I have many trade partners up east.
All right, and perhaps you could arrange some sort of deal.
I think,
Preferably in
most
favor of
assuredly.
Portland.
I think we could come to some sort of deal.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a representative of the Portland Police travel with you east. He or she will be deciding this. Then and there, if it's worth making an arrangement.
Very
All
good,
right.
sir.
All right.
It will be this officer's report that will determine anything further.
Okay. Just make sure they're respectful and courteous of the tribals in the area. We've had issues with that before.
Of course.
Yes.
I will
Brief
inform-
them to never mention the IRS.
Of course, I've heard that story.
All right.
It's a thing.
Then I believe we have a deal.
All right then. We'll load up your truck of supplies. Just give us a week to do it.
Sounds good. Anything you need done in the meantime?
Oh, plenty. Matter of fact, have you been north of the Columbia?
I do believe not very far, if at all.
Well, there are some communities north that I'm curious in taking a look at. There is supposedly one near Mount St. Helens. Any of you know what that is?
A latent volcano, as I recall.
Latent. It erupted in the 80s.
Oh, yes.
It's still rumbling, kind of active. And I constantly get reports that there's people either living there or constantly traveling through there and staying the night, oddly. I'm curious about
might
the
be
community up there.
Might
So,
be some sort of journey of patronage of a local religion.
could be, but but I am interested in expanding my influence north of the river.
Yes. We shall do a survey of the northern locals.
Yeah, survey, see who these people are. If they're dangerous, don't risk your lives. Just come back and let us know.
Sure thing.
There will be payment upon completion, unless
Well-
you would like me to turn this into more supplies for back east.
I think that might prove useful.
Yeah.
I would not mind more supplies, but a small enough accompaniment of money towards us to fund, living and food would be appreciated.
Yeah.
Mostly for them too, because I do not require food, but
Roll charm.
So
Minus
about
50 modifier.
50-50.
minus what?
Minus 50.
Oh, no, I mean about 50-50. As far as supplies and
I'm not trying to negotiate extra. I'm saying a portion of it to us, a portion of it to more stuff out east.
Yeah, you're going to roll charm minus 50 modifier to see how that works out.
Okay. Works out very well.
Yes, it does. Tell you what, I'll give you a little bit of a stipend since this is technically official city business. Here, I'll go tomorrow. You should actually, you know what? Never mind. Just go to the bank and hand them this check. He says, reaching into his suit pocket and pulling out a checkbook. He starts writing in it. That should give you 100 tabs.
That's good.
Yes, thank you very much. Oh,
You'll get another 100
pardon
upon
me.
completion, and this will not, and some extra supplies to be determined.
Excellent. Do you mind if I beg your pardon for a sliver of paper and a pen? I have a quick note to write down for myself.
Certainly.
Sir Pendleton takes it and is about to start writing normally, and then it goes at like lightning speed because robotic shit.
Uh-huh.
He's writing a note basically detailing some information on, things that, like, he's assuming that they're cameras too on top of bugs potentially, but he's writing it in sort of like esoteric language as sort of just like a guide to himself of some notes about this arrangement, what has been promised on both sides, and etc. etc. Just basically a record.
Okay. All right, then. Yeah, Dimitri, seeing you write down, nods after all. All right, then. That's good. Obviously, the Brotherhood presence gets greater when you cross the Columbia. Frankly, I'd actually recommend you leave your trailer here for safekeeping.
That is how that would allow you to pack quicker. Would we be able to fit the pork in the back seat of the truck's cabin?
Speaking out of character, you'd be able to fit let's say 3 days worth.
3 days worth, alright.
And it takes 2 days to get out to Mount St. Helens.
So we need to do a hunting trip on the way back. Whatever, I'm all
Or buy
for it.
some stuff with some of the tabs he gave us.
Yeah,
Assuming there's a place to buy anything.
yeah.
Well, you'll be across the Columbia if you cross at Rainier Crossing. From there, there's not as many rivers and less farmland for a while, though it does pick up again eventually.
I would not object to leaving behind the trailer for our vehicle, as long as we are given government local assurances that it will remain our property.
Oh, you're assured. Don't worry.
Excellent.
Alright. Well, it's been pleasure doing business with you, Matt.
Yeah, thanks.
Nods as well.
Well, welcome to Portland. I hope you enjoy your stay and that you intend to stay here with us.
Well,
And
not in the
maybe
city
Francis
per
didn't
se,
want it.
but in our
Let's
homestead.
have some root to sound.
And my late mother would be disappointed if I didn't plug the Pleasure Palace.
Ah, yes, I will totally, visit.
You don't have to visit, but I did have to mention it.
Oh, yes.
We could stop by. Yeah.
Later. Sir Pendleton
Later.
just,
Yeah.
grabs Bran Doon by the collar and starts moving out. Thank you very much for your time. I wish you the best. I hope you can manage to get some sleep for yourself.
Air
You look
Dimitri
exhausted.
Snickers. All right then. Well,
Yes, man.
we'll see you. And welcome to Poorland. It's not so poor as it looks.
We can tell it has technology. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
As we leave the room that's obviously bugged and get back to the parking garage,
Uh-huh.
Pendleton just sort of you hear
Parking lot.
Parking garage, whatever, wherever the truck is.
Mhm.
You guys just hear Pendleton just let out a really exhaustive. I hate those kind of situations.
Yeah, it's not fun, but
North.
it's for
Yeah.
the better. We're doing good work.
Yes. I'd have to figure out later on whether or not they actually have cameras in there, because if paper communication could work very well, then that would be an alternative to get some more pressing information across.
Yes. Well,
But I
For
lack
now-
the sensors to do so.
yeah, no kidding. Well, we've got a job to do. Let's ditch the trailer. Head out there.
Very much so.
Obviously, new stuff. All right.
New step.
And
All right then. What do you guys
would-
got planned?
I would like to say I do actually have some, sadly, things that I must plan for tomorrow that I am running out of time for. I would like to ask if everyone's alright with a slightly shorter session today.
If you want to end here, that's fine.
Because I think
Sounds good to
this
me.
is both a good
Do that.
note to end off, and it will give me some time to take care of shit. Apologies to anyone who wanted to watch more of this. I would love to play more, but I really do have shit that I have to prepare for tomorrow. Holy shit.
All right then.
Thank you, everyone, for dropping by for another episode of Follow Cascadian Storms on the Lucky Rolls channel. Thank you very much to Wagoo for GMing this session, and thank you very much to Fluff and Ken for joining me once again.
Bye, everyone.
So long.
Adios.
Goodbye.